to the left of the 5-yard line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. The Clippers on the low block, kick out downtown, Yahtzee.
Two pitch, face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the home of the Bulldogs, Bedford High School here in the state of New Hampshire. It's Division I boys basketball. Here on the highlight guy, Jason Roby calling all the play-by-play for you. The man on the moving pictures, as always, is Steve Cody, and we are joined on the color commentary by head coach of the Bishop Girton Cardinals, former head coach of the Bishop Girton Cardinal girls, Brad Crake. And Coach Crake, welcome back up into this side of things. You're not used to probably sitting up here and watching a game, but a court that you are well familiar with in terms of playing the Bishop Girton and the Bedford girls many times here. We're going to see a pretty good boys game tonight. We've got two teams that come into tonight 0-1. They're very good teams. They met in the semifinals last year. North getting over the hurdle. They went to 3 straight Final Fours. They finally got past that Final Four, that semifinal round, beating Bedford. But these are two very different teams here tonight, aren't they, Brad?
Two very different teams. I mean, you know, this Bedford team's unbelievably young. A little bit of a rebuilding year, but I think as everybody who follows the Division I boys knows, boy, from 1 to 10, you can kind of pick them out of a hat from night to night. I mean, Trinity maybe, you know, has set themselves apart a little bit. Looked awfully good against Bedford on opening night. Score a ton of points and so forth. But, you know, Coach Lane, as you mentioned, you know, Pinkerton's 11th preseason, came out and beat North on opening night. So,
yeah.
You know, I think on any given day, 1 through 10, 1 through 12, it's a dogfight.
And to your point, you might think it as an upset. Coach Lane, extremely disappointed with the defensive effort from that first game, and he let his kids know as such. You can't give up 78 points in a game and expect that you're gonna be on the winning side of things. So defense is kind of where the Titans have hung their hats, especially on that run to the title game a year ago with 13 straight wins. And you have to like what Coach Lane has done with this Titan team. You don't make it to 3 Final Fours in Division I basketball without building a program from the ground up. It's a team that seems to lose players every year to graduation or transferring or what have you, and he always seems to put a great product out there on the court. On the other side of things, Coach Frank Marino, no stranger to success himself, having been to the promised land, and they got to the semis last year where they bowed to North. But you have to like the way he coaches this team and how well they're playing. They have a couple of great freshmen. They've loaded up with Connor O'Rourke, their captain. He's a 6'4" center. And we're going to meet the starting lineups right now for both of these teams. And we like the starting 3, Brad, for this North team, don't we? The big 3, we would call them.
Yeah, you know, Rodriguez, Peters, and Cortez, you know, back, really experienced kids. Love how they play. They just play with such intensity, such aggressiveness. And as you mentioned, you know, I think Coach Lane, certainly one of the better coaches in the Division I boys side. Love the style that they play with. They'll get up and down. This Bedford team will get up and down as well. I don't think this is going to be a game played in the 40s and the 50s. I think this is a game probably played in the 70s.
Yeah, and it's
so
got to
looking
be
forward to it.
and it's got to be a defensive effort because both of these teams gave up 70-plus points. And again, Pinkerton and Trinity, those programs are not slouches. Fully expect to see those two teams in the top of the standings by the end of this year, but not the way that either one of these coaches wanted to start. The starting 0-2 here tonight, Brad, is that a big deal?
Yeah, I think it is a big deal. I'd say particularly for a young Bedford team, young impressionable Bedford team. The North kids a lot more experience. If they're 0-2, it's not great, but they probably bounce from that.
We'll take a timeout for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the opening tip. You are watching The Highlight Guy. All right, welcome back. Nice crowd on hand here on a Monday night. We'll be back here on Friday night for the boys and girls doubleheader between Bishop Girton and Bedford. But a lot to get to before that time. 8 minutes on the clock, boys and girls basketball at the NFHS level. There is no shot clock here in the state of New Hampshire. The Bedford Bulldogs are in their white home uniforms, red numbers, black lettering. The Nashua Titans in their navy uniforms, Columbia numbers. It should be a good one. It's Nashua North and Bedford High School, a rematch of the Final Four a year ago. Some different faces out there, but the same expectation. Both of these teams know each other quite well. Excited for what should be a fantastic game. Jason Roby, Brad Craig, Steve Cody, you're watching on the Highlight Guy. Ball is up. Tip is won by Bedford. They'll control the opening possession. That's Elsmore. He gave it up on the side to O'Connor. Logan O'Connell, left-hand dribble, elbow extended, contested at the rim by Luke Peters. And Brad, Luke Peters is one of those guys, or rather that wasn't Peters, that was Alex Landry. But Alex Landry, a 6-foot senior, going in there and battling with some of the taller players on Bedford. Gonna like the way North has started. Titans now. Circumnavigating a glow. Shot from downtown. Sullivan, no. That was Luke Peters battling the boards. He couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes Elsmore. Right-hand dribble, giving it up at the foul line. Jumper, fadeaway. High, bounce off the rim. No. Robinson Rodriguez comes down with the board. Titans will run. Alize Roy Cortez at the elbow. Three-point shot downtown. No. Back iron. Battling for it is Peters. It's going to go off of a Bulldog paw. That was Logan O'Connell. Titans will keep possession.
That matchup between Rodriguez and O'Rourke's going to be very, very interesting tonight.
It should be a good one. These two teams kind of feeling each other out right about now. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Sullivan to do the honors on the inbound pass. It's going to need some help, need some movement. There's Alize Roy Cortez, usually runs the point. We saw Peters out running the one spot earlier tonight.
Oh, nice pass.
Robinson coming on the baseline. Kick out, Sullivan downtown, Yahtzee! And a quick 3-0 lead, and we'll watch the defensive intensity for these Titans right here. Top of the key, working around now to the near baseline. Now back up top, shot from the Bulldog mouth is no good. Battle underneath, and we're going to get a foul called on I believe it's number 23, Widgie Dack, and he is a freshman, a quite impressive looking freshman, Brad.
He sure doesn't play like a freshman. He was very impressive in that opening night win against Trinity, and that's a tough matchup. You know, you got Rodriguez and O'Rourke matched up. I'm not sure who from the North squad is going to check Dak. You know, he's long and he's a big boy.
And he
gets
is
to the glass all night long. He was crashing the offensive glass. He must have had 4 or 5 offensive rebounds against Trinity. That's going to be an interesting matchup as well.
He just forced the double dribble, so the turnover will give the ball back to Bedford. Full court pressure being employed here by the Titans. They extend it all the way. Now they'll fall back. They're still in their man-to-man defense. This is Peters marking up O'Connell. Logan O'Connell, left-hand dribble. Far side goes baseline. Peters with a forearm shiver, knocks him off. Ball contested. Sullivan comes away with the rebound. No call, letting him play early. Robinson Rodriguez up, off the glass.
Great block.
And a nice block shot back the other way. Kick out, 3. No. Robinson tries to sky for it. Good battle there, and a nice job by Connor O'Rourke. Their big man keeping that alive. Number 4, Jack Hinton knocks down a Yahtzee. We are locked up at 3 here. 5:44 to go here from the home of the Bulldogs. Luke Peters setting up at the point. Left-hand dribble now. On the collar of the Bulldog. Spins to his left at the foul line. They wanted to travel. They didn't get it. Finds its way over to Sullivan on the left baseline. He goes up. Kick out. Reaching, they're letting him play. Alice Roy Cortez, no. Rebound by Sullivan. Good work on the offensive boards. Skip pass, it was deflected. Looked like it went off of Logan O'Connell. Ball will stay Titan possession.
So far, you know, 3 minutes in, but I'm very impressed with Bedford's defensive intensity. Everything's tough. They get up under the ball and really, really challenging North.
Nice job there underneath. Alice Roy Cortez finds the big man, and he puts it home. Robinson Rodriguez is in the books.
Bit of full court pressure here.
Making them work the full distance, the full length of the court, something Coach Craig knows a lot about. From the elbow, the runner in the lane is up and good, and a nice make there by Logan O'Connell. Locked up at 5. That was a tough make. Underneath it goes. Kick out. Sullivan thought about it. Dribble drive, nice bounce pass into the lane. Runner is good. Very unselfish basketball there as Alex Landry is in the book, Brad.
Yeah, again, back-to-back possessions. You see, you know, we talked about this at the Girton CCA girls game. Basketball is basketball. You know, the team that's most aggressive getting downhill, usually good things are going to happen when you're attacking the rim. Both teams doing a pretty good job getting downhill and putting pressure on the rim right now.
Long 2 was in and out. Rodriguez got the rebound. Titans going to get called, I believe, for the foul. I think that's going to be Landry's first. The race, of course, is to 5 fouls. Once you get to 5, you get to the free throw line. That's a new rule implemented last year.
Jason, I'm just looking at matchups on the floor. You know, you get the 2 big guys checking each other. North is trying to check Ouija Dak with Alex Landry, who's a very tough kid, but that's a physical size mismatch. We'll see if Bedford tries to get the ball in Dak's hands down around the rim.
Another rebound there as Robinson shows everybody the soles of his feet. Roy Cortez out to Robinson. They treat the big man. They reward him. Back iron, no. Rebound, long one at that, goes to Elsmore. He'll run. The runner in the lane. Tiny raindrop. Teardrop falls. Elsmore has his first bucket. We are locked up at 7 apiece. Roy Cortez gets the ball to the top. Long jump shot. Goes around the rim and out. Rebound grab there by O'Connell. Finding Hinton on the side, and he'll knock down a triple. Jack Hinton, that's his second three-pointer. Titans got to be careful. They gave up 9 three-pointers to Pinkerton the other night. Long rebound on that miss from Sullivan from three-point land, and back the other way come Elsmore. He'll kick out. They didn't find Hinton again, and this place would have erupted if he knocked that one down. Offensive rebound there. We're going to get a call, and that's a good one. 3 Titan bodies converge in the paint. That one's going to go against Rodriguez. That's his first. 10-7, Bedford on top.
Quick moving first quarter. You know, only two team fouls across the board right now. The game's starting to open up a little bit, and great flow so far.
Adam Zay Mansari checks in for the Titans.
along with LeBrecq, right?
Yeah, and LeBrecq, also Braden LeBrecq, his brother here tonight, sitting down in front of us. And a make right there, and a nice one at that. Looks like, I think that was Jack May who just checked in. He was the quarterback for the Bedford Bulldog football team this past fall. Nice little runner in the lane. Challenged, are you kidding me? Alize Roy Cortez. That one hit the light bulb and dropped through.
Great touch.
12-9 Bedford. Challenged at the rim by Robinson. Got to be careful. That one's going to go off the hands of Alize Roy Cortez. And that's one of the things, Brad, is that this Titan team, there without the 6'5" Connor Johnston. And so Robinson, really the only true big man on this team, going to have to be careful. Adams a 6'3" in his own right, but more of a wing player.
Yeah, and Rodriguez going to have to give them big minutes.
Dribble drive, good help. No call, offensive foul. Wow. Call came in a little late as May jumped up, slammed it home. That's going to be Logan O'Connell's first personal. Titans keep possession, and now Bedford applying a little bit of pressure themselves as this is Jack May checking in, excuse me. Number 22 is Connor O'Rourke, he of the dunk. That was no good. Also showing off the soles of his shoes is a little prognostication coming as number 12 is Jack May. He just checked in, and he's the quarterback for the Bedford High football team.
Sophomore, right?
Jack May is a senior. Alize now, left hand dribble. Got it back to Adamse, pull up jumper, no from beyond the arc. Battled for, ball is grabbed by Jack Hinton, and he'll give it up. They'll skip it across to Shakir. Ali Shakir gives it up to the freshman. And it is the game of the runner here, Brad, and a nice make there by Widgie Dack, the freshman.
Yeah, there is nothing about that young man's game that looks like he's a 14, 15-year-old freshman, huh? The kid looks like a seasoned junior, senior. He's got a college body already.
He is going to be a formidable player in the years to come here. No question about it, as he will try to complete the three-point play.
He got his shoes mixed up, though.
Titans now operating in the half court. Luke Peters will step back from three and hits a Yahtzee of his own. Luke Peters is on the board. Back the other way, back and forth we go. Three-point Bulldog advantage, and no whistle underneath, and the team's just battling, and Deck gets hacked in the act, and he'll head back to the free throw line. And I think that was on Adamse. I believe it was, and that's his, he picks up two quick ones.
Yep. They're going to come back with Alex Landry right now.
They're going to have to, as looks like Luke Peters is checking out also. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe let Luke try to check the freshman as well. But
I think Coach Lane's probably just trying to wrap Peters around the quarter. About a minute left here, and get him a blow. He's sort of one of the engines that make them go. So he's probably just trying to keep him fresh and out of foul trouble.
That trap came, and the Titans were fortunate to get out of it as Josh Alvarez able to find an open teammate. It's going to go off of the Bulldogs' paws. It was a look from downtown by Alize Roy Cortez that was no good. 58.3 seconds to go. Titans are down by 5, inbounding the ball here. Ball comes in. Robinson Rodriguez gets it back up top. Landry now, right-hand dribble. He's marked up closely by Jack May. Ball goes back to Rodriguez, looking for some flashers. Alize Roy Cortez, spinner, leather souffle. Banished from the kingdom of hardwood, back the other way, and finishing strong at the cup is Landon Elsmore. 35.4 seconds to go, and suddenly the Bulldogs up by 7. And they will pick up, it looks like, at half court. It's going to be Logan O'Connell, number 2, marking number 2. Oh, and an interesting one there is Roy Cortez lost his dribble. Don't normally see that happen.
Moving screen, I think.
And it's going to be called, I think, on Landry. And I believe that's his second.
I think you probably see Bedford hold for the last shot here. Just make sure they don't. They're up 7, had a nice quarter. I think they probably just don't want to give the ball back to North here down the stretch. So we'll see how they manage this.
We've seen a very physical game, and they let them play early and reel it back in at the back end of this first quarter. Elsmore, a little whirling dervish, finds Dak in the paint. No. Back the other way. Laureano, step back, thought about it. No, they didn't get the shot. Laureano thought about it and just held it a split second too long. He found Alvarez on the trailer, but as it is, we'll head to the bottom of the first. Baseball, that's right around the corner. End of the first quarter, it is 19-12 Bedford. And hey, stay up to date with all of the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to YouTube, search the Highlight Guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. Also want to talk to you about Bouvier Prepare. Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, or volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. That's Bouvier Prepare. Jason Roby, Brad Craik, Steve Cody. The three amigos, the three stooges, maybe some of both. We're here from Bedford Bulldog Court, where the Bulldogs enjoying a 7-point advantage after that first quarter. Brad, in that timeout, or at the end of that quarter, what will the message from Coach Lane be up to his Titan team, you think?
Probably the same message he gave them pretty harshly after that Pinkerton game. They're on pace to give up another 80.
Yeah.
So they just have to buckle down defensively and get stops.
And you'll see them extend. They'll pick up before half court. And they put Peters once again on Landon Elsmore. Elsmore crossover dribble. Peters trying to harass him. Elsmore, the runner in the lane. No. What a good effort there to try and go get it by O'Rourke, but it was Rodriguez coming down with the board. Sullivan, left-hand dribble, kicks it out. Laureano now will drive baseline. Jump stop, no, lost the handle and was able to tip it out to Sullivan. Sullivan, jumper from the foul line, no good.
Nice rebound.
Ali Shakir goes up and grabs that board. He'll come down the baseline, and they're going to say he stepped on the baseline, so good defense there by Sullivan. Stepping on the left sideline was number 13, Luke O'Connell.
O'Connell back in, Logan O'Connell back in the game now for Bedford after a quick blow.
Titans trying to chip away at this 7-point Bedford advantage. We're in the second quarter, early stages. Both teams coming in tonight at 0-1. Important that they get a victory here for each of these two teams. Ball finds Robinson on the low block. It's airmailed over the top to Sullivan. Sullivan, right-hand dribble. Nice move to Peters. Finds Rodriguez, jump stop. Laureano's not shy. Back iron, no. That one is
bailed
going to
him
stay.
out right there. Bailed him out late after that shot.
That foul's going to go against Shakir, number 5. That'll be his first personal. It'll be 4 for 13 as Jack Hinton will come in and Luke O'Connell will head to the bench. And another Luke Peters to do the honors. Finds Rodriguez, goes up and under, harassed all the way to the cup by O'Rourke. Good defense there by the senior. Nice job. No one checking the inside of the paint. Shakir in the books.
Things just a little bit too easy right now for Bedford on the offensive side of the floor. You know, they're getting where they want to get to. Looked like maybe a little travel.
I didn't take a bus. It was a Euro step and then some. Laureano up top. But it's now 23-12. Didn't quite see who got that basket.
That was Pete. That was O'Rourke on the putback.
O'Rourke on the putback, so good job trailing by the senior captain. Another steal goes the other way. This is O'Rourke. He gets bodied, and he'll get hacked in the act. And I think that one's going to go potentially against Rodriguez.
That would be his second, I think, if that is against
They're not. They're going to say it's on Laureano. I saw the double 1-1. Sebastian Laureano will pick up his first. Each team with one foul here in the second quarter.
See, like we talked about, I think Bedford getting what they want. Everything is pretty comfortable right now. It'd be interesting to see if Coach Lane, mixes it up, maybe throws a little three-quarter court press, just to change the rhythm of the game a little bit. They're struggling to get good looks, and giving a couple putbacks up and so forth. So we'll see what adjustments he makes kind of heading into the middle part of the second quarter here.
O'Rourke goes 1 for 2 on that trip. And again, the Bulldogs will harass full court. Peters, kick out. Laureano, no. And it was a good look for Laureano, wide open, just couldn't knock it down.
Nice move.
Oh, good body control up and in, Jack Hinton. And he's got 8.
Little danger zone right here. You might need a timeout. There it is. There's your timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be a full timeout as a 14-point Bulldog advantage. And we talked a lot, Brad, about this Bedford team. These kids kind of waiting their turn, getting their chance a year later. They sat behind some pretty experienced, pretty sound basketball players a year ago, and now they're getting their opportunity and they're making the most of it.
Hey, look, this is the first time I've seen them live. Obviously watched a good part of that Trinity game. That Trinity game is actually more competitive than you thought. It was a game of runs.
Yeah.
It was tied after the first quarter. Trinity won a nice run, scored 20 in the second quarter, got out early in the third quarter, but I give you the young Bedford team, they came right back, got it down to 10 going into the fourth quarter. So it's kind of a game of spurts, game of runs, but they play their rear ends off, which is nice to see from such a young group.
Yeah, it's a Trinity team that's highly touted coming in, and for Bedford to kind of hang around, it could have been over there in that third quarter. They just kept battling. And I think what we're seeing here tonight is kind of a carryover from the end of that last game. They came up a little bit short, 73-66, to who many believe are the preseason number ones. You talk to any of these Division I coaches, it's probably a handful of 10 teams that could win this thing. But if you're Bedford and you're Coach Frank Marino, you've got to love what you're seeing so far out of your club.
So far, so good. We'll see. A lot of times with the young teams, and we see them is just can they sustain that energy over a 32-minute game. So we'll see how that goes here.
Luke Peters knocks down a little jumper in the lane. May have gotten away with a little forearm shiver there. 26-14 now. Bedford, little jump stop, hung up in the air for a while. Three-pointer's no good. Robinson skies. There's 3 white shirts surrounding him. Titans would have had the numbers if they chose to run. It's Laureano left all alone in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Tried to find a streaking Robinson Rodriguez, and the backcourt was avoided, but it's going to be Bedford ball underneath the basket there.
So look, as complimentary as we've been about Bedford and their intensity and so forth, it's a 12-point game. And, in the boys' game in particular, 12 points can get erased in the blink of an eye. So I think North's got to just one possession at a time, starts on the defensive end of the floor.
Body there, knocked to the floor. And Sullivan will pick up that foul. I believe that's going to be Jack's first, and it's going to send number 3, Logan O'Connell, to the free throw line. He missed the bunny underneath, but has a chance to earn them both back.
We got Ouija Dak coming back into the game after a nice long break, so he'll come back fresh for the last 5 minutes of the second quarter here.
O'Connell knocks down the first. He'll get his second.
Get O'Rourke a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, he's had big minutes in there, and he is a real good player. He's a dirt dog. He gets down there and he does all the stuff underneath and does the hard work.
6'5", 6'6" kid. I've seen him bring the ball to the floor 2-3 times already. So a pretty versatile kid as well.
Titans lose the ball to the free throw shooter, and he knocks down a triple. Logan O'Connell. Alize, Roy Cortez, double team, tough shot on the baseline, gets harassed. Dak comes away with it.
Oh, what a
He'll
pass.
run.
What a pass.
Dak finds Hinton. Luke Peters now gives it up to Rodriguez beyond the three-point line. They haven't really tried to establish him a whole lot underneath. Good defensive game plan. Turnover there by the recently checked in Darius Sasay. A little leather souffle by Josh Sullivan, but they're going to say he got him. That's going to send Jack Hinton to the free throw line. He already has 10 points. And it is 32-14 Bedford. Comley knocks down the first. He'll get a second. Braden LeBrecq will check in, and Sullivan will head to the bench with the 2 personal fouls. Knocks down the second.
Up to 20 here with 4 minutes left. Again, I think if you're Bedford, you don't want to, killer instinct right now. You want to step on people's throats, and then on the flip side of that, Coach Lane's probably thinking, just get this thing down to 10, 12 at the half, and just start chipping away one possession at a time. We used to talk to our kids all the time about, play defense in threes, right? How many times in a game can you get 3 stops in a row? If you can string 6 or 7 different, sections of the game where you can get consecutive stops on 3 possessions. But that's an awfully good thing. I think that's what the North kids got to do right now is you just got to figure out a way to get stops, clean the glass, and just chip away, get this thing down to, 10, 12, maybe even 14 at the half and stay within shouting distance.
This is Bo Dunker, and he's providing what a great basketball name, first of all. But he's providing all kinds of harassment on Alize Roy Cortez, making him work the entire length of the floor, picking him up and just making his life miserable, making it hard for the Titans to get into their half court. And they've probably thrown a few different guys on Alize. Peters now gets it back up to Roy Cortez, back in the corner. Nice job on a Luke Peters, goes up out of control and can't make it. No foul called, and Dak goes up. So a couple of missed opportunities there for the Titans. The runner, no, they don't back. They don't, leather souffle there.
Great block.
Robinson Rodriguez gets it over to Peters. Peters will find it in the corner. Alize, good transition defense by the Bulldogs. They got back pretty quick.
They sure did.
Underneath, Sase, bounce pass, trying to lead it in, and it went off of a leg. So Braden LeBrecq to do the honors from the R in Bedford. Peters now on the baseline. Nice pass into Alize and a good make there. One possession at a time if you're the Titans. They'll pick up. I'll tell you what, this Bedford team really gets to the hoop well, and they follow shots. And that time, they didn't have to, as a Yahtzee of his own as Landon Elsmore knocks down a triple. Alize hits the deck. Dunker now comes away with it, loses the handle. It finds its way into the hands of Dak, but he lost out of bounds. The Titans fortunate there. Josh Alvarez checking back in, and Alize Roy Cortez will head to the bench. And they haven't really set any picks for him coming up the floor. You'd think give him a little bit of a hand here. Peters will run the one.
He's tired too. You can look at him over there. He's playing his rear end up, but he's fatigued. Look at the defensive pressure, huh?
Really, really good. Dunker now on Alvarez, gets it over the top. This is LeBrecq, finds Rodriguez, a rainmaker from downtown by Robinson Rodriguez.
Yep. North can't be trading baskets here though, right? They need a
block shot there by Robinson. Three-pointer knocked down again by Logan O'Connell.
And a foul on the floor, I think. So I think it's going to be Bedford possession here as well after the three, which I think they're going to count.
I think they're gonna call it on Robinson.
Yeah.
Check the scoreboard here. Looked like it was either Robinson or
I think Josh Sullivan.
Sullivan, but he's not in the game, so it couldn't be him.
Looks like they did not actually count that basket, so just possession.
Okay.
Oh.
Sase finds a streaking Peters. He'll have to run it down. Saves it, tried to go off somebody's legs. They're going to say he was on the baseline. 1:53 to go here. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. Coach Lane trying to figure out what happened on that end of the floor, having a discussion with the official. So they won't be exchanging Christmas cards this year.
Yeah, Jason, I'm not sure. They're at the scores bench. I'm pretty sure that they counted that three. Now they're putting it back up on the board.
Okay.
So it looks like they did count the 3 and the foul, so Bedford got the possession, and they're back up 21 now.
They didn't put the number of the foul because I don't think Sullivan was in the game at that time.
I think you're right.
I thought I saw him say number 1, and if it was in fact Rodriguez, that's his 3rd personal.
That's 3 on him, yeah.
That's 3 on Robinson by my count. My book, obviously unofficial.
Well, we'll get that clarified at the half, but Coach Lane has him taking a blow right now. So my guess is you're right that he's got 3. Try to wrap him around to the second half.
This is a very, very fast Bedford team. Boy, they get out on the break quickly and they follow it to the rim with trailers and rebounders, and they just are constantly in harassment mode defensively. Landon Elsmore. Left-hand dribble marked up by Peters. Bounce pass on the low block. This is O'Rourke. Up top it goes. Elsmore, no. Getting a foul. It's going to stay. And the foul going to go against, Bedford. I believe it's Elsmore. He'll pick up his first personal. If it was, in fact, Elsmore.
You watch here, you know, the Bedford kids, they'll pick up at half court, and they'll just put ball pressure on everybody all over the floor. It's very impressive.
Scoreboard says O'Connell, his 2nd. Rainmaker across the way, step back 3, in and out.
Great rebound.
Dak going up, changing light bulbs, coming down with that one. Behind the back, Dipsy-do, Curly Neal, pull up in the lane. I don't know if he called glass, but Logan O'Connell now on fire here. Sisay's not shy. Back iron, no. Long rebound goes to Elsmore. Bulldogs again will run. Finds O'Rourke on the baseline. Kick out O'Connell, and another Yahtzee for O'Connell. Someone get a fire extinguisher. Maybe it was him that set the fire alarm off to evacuate this gym in the JV game. That kid's on fire. 45-19. Krulikowski now checked in the game. Got it over to Alvarez. Back in the corner it goes. Luke Peters thought about it. Good defense. Runner in the lane. Peters going to get hacked in the act. Forcing the issue there. Luke Peters trying to generate some offense for this Titans team. It almost seems like the Bulldogs are beating him to the spot offensively. That one is going to go against Landon Elsmore. That's just his first personal, and that's a sign of a team when they don't have a lot of fouls, they're just moving their feet really well. Peters back irons the first, he'll get a second. You are watching the highlight guy, Jason Roby, Brad Craik, Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. I want to thank you all for joining us here. Campus of Bedford High School, home of the Bulldogs. We'll be here Friday night for the boys and girls doubleheader between Bishop Girton and Bedford. Balcony Muppets alive and well here. So Peters misses both.
See, now they're going to post up. They're going to post up Dak. It's a big mismatch. I bet you they get the ball down to him on the block.
That's Darius Sisay, the quarterback for the Titans. He's battling, got help from Krulikowski. The inside linebacker came over to lend some support to his quarterback. Sisay loses the handle. Dak with the steal back the other way, and putting it home is Elsmore. And that at the buzzer, 47-19. It has been all Bedford. Second quarter action. They held the Titans, Brad, to just seven points, and they exploded on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, they started hitting shots, right? But I mean, everything for them is downhill. They're attacking. They've been unbelievably impressive defensively. I've been more impressed. I mean, look, they just scored 47, so you're not going to see that in too many games. But I've actually been more impressed with them on the defensive end of the floor. They're just incredibly aggressive. They're disciplined. They don't foul. They rebound the ball well. You don't usually see that in such young teams, so very impressive start by the Bedford kids.
Safe to say, Brad, that a lot of that defensive pressure created the offense in transition, and as a result, a lot of those points came as a result of turnovers and fouls and just bad passes and so forth.
Early offense in transition, yeah. They probably had 15 points in transition.
You are watching the Highlight Guy here from the campus of Bedford High School. Jason Roby, Brad Crake, Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. We're going to go pay some bills. We'll be right back with second half action right after this. Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The Highlight Guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to Bedford High School, home of the Bulldogs. It's boys Division I basketball action here in the NHIAA. Jason Roby for you. Brad Craik is the man on the color commentary. And the highlight guy, that's Steve Cody. He's the man on the moving pictures. Brad, an offensive explosion here by the Bedford. Set up by the defensive intensity.
Yeah, I think you just nailed it. You know, an offensive explosion triggered by great defense and early offense when we got out of the hand. Again, I just can't emphasize how impressive, you know, with the Bedford kids so far. But this North team, if memory serves, they got up to a little bit of a slow start last year as well, then ran off 13 in a row and went all the way to the state title game. So, you know, they're going to be fine. North's going to be fine. You know, they're down 28 at the half. That's a tough hill to climb. So, but you know, the last thing I'm is worried about where they're going to be in March.
Pinkerton and Bedford, two of the top teams in the state potentially. So, you know, you start out 0-2, and if there's anything that you can hang your hat on, it's the fact that you've lost to two of the better teams in the state. Robinson Rodriguez underneath, and a great block shot there by O'Rourke. Ball finds its way back out to Peters. He back irons a triple. Defensive rebound goes to Logan O'Connell. Sullivan hits the deck. Offensive foul called. It's going to go against, I think it was Dak, but
I think
it is.
A little incidental contact at half court. I'm a little surprised that foul was called, but you know, I know Coach Lane, like most coaches, not into moral victories, but you know, I think he's probably saying to his kids, listen, you know, 0-0 going into the second half. Let's win the second half.
Alize Roy Cortez can't get it. Sullivan goes in the land of the Giants, pulls down the rebound back to Roy Cortez. That shot may have been blocked, and a good box out there by Dak on Landry. He was like riding a wave like a surfer dude.
A little bit of full court pressure from North here.
Let's see how much gas these Titans have in the tank. Is got a big hill to climb up. And in Ellsmore now working against Peters. Peters! Little pick of the pocket. It'll be Bedford ball. They'll take it out on the side. Logan O'Connell to do the honors. O'Connell had himself a heck of a first half. Looking for a second option, now a third option. It'll head into the backcourt to Jack Hinton. Hinton will use a left-hand dribble against Sullivan. Kick out downtown Ellsmore. Yahtzee! And Ellsmore.
He had a good first half, too.
He had 9, yeah.
Well, these guys can shoot it.
They sure can.
Throwing darts.
And this was the problem in the Pinkerton game for North. They gave up 9 3-pointers in that loss to Pinkerton, and certainly Bedford on track to do even more damage from beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, they got to have 6 or 7 already, right?
At least. Peters gives a little push, can't get it to go. That one is going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to stay with the Titans. One thing you know about Luke Peters, he's going to give you everything he's got and then some. Physical player, heads-up kind of player. Ball comes into Landry. Sullivan nearly had his pocket picked, and Jack Hinton going to get called for the personal foul. So 2 quick fouls here in the third quarter by Bedford. The race is to 5. It's a 50-19 Bulldog advantage. Sullivan to do the honors in the out of bounds. Go to the backcourt. Now they go to the front court. It's Peters. Right-hand dribble. Needs help. Loses his dribble. Got to keep it. A lot of stagnant feet as Sullivan fires from way downtown and going in to clean up the mess. Robinson Rodriguez. He's got 7. That ball airmailed into the baseline out of bounds. Turnover. Titans possession.
A little bit of full court man-to-man. Again, just changing the rhythm of the game. I believe with 3 turnovers already.
So the Titans have put a little more pressure on the basket. Apparently willing to concede the fast break points and get people to the cup. Ooh. Watch out for the knee there, as that'll be a quick foul. That's another foul on Dak. I believe that is his 3rd.
I think that's 3 on him indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got him for 2.
They got him for 2. Okay, well.
Quick sub here for Coach Marino.
Looks like Jack May is going to come in and give Dak a break. Hey, the quarterback with that very talented Bedford Bulldog football team this past fall.
Going to get Northson, going to keep trying to get downhill off the dribble here. Distort that defense a little bit. Play north and south.
That's Landry. Sullivan now in the corner. Looking for help, finds Peters. Peters, he'll pull the trigger downtown, and a Yahtzee for Luke Peters.
Down to 16, Jason.
So the Titans coming out with a little fire as their bench starts to get behind them here.
They get a stop here and a score out there. I bet you that's a little timeout, just trying to get settled down here.
They're leaving that corner 3 open, and they are just killing them. That one's Jack Hinton. Back the other way come the Titans. Their dribble penetration is so effective that they can kick the ball and make that 3. Good follow by Sullivan. He goes in with the left and was bothered there by number 22, Connor O'Rourke. And he's just a rim protector, Brad. He does a great job, does O'Rourke. And Alizé gets beat and gets the cheap one.
Yeah. If you feel like you beat your kid off the dribble, you get down and into the paint, good things are going to happen. And you see the 6'6" kid there get up and off the ground.
Ball comes in and is stolen there. Peters foul line, jump shot, no. Can't come away with it, and the Bulldogs will run. Good quick hands there. As coming from behind, Braden LeBrecq getting back in the transition defense. Not going to give up the easy buckets, Brad. Going to make them have to earn it in the half court.
Yeah, it's great hustle.
Bulldogs get the ball in. They like that corner. Elmsmore.
Goes Elmsmore again.
Just a little leather souffle by Rodriguez. They're going to call a foul. He can't believe it.
Is that 4 on him now, Jason?
I believe I have Robinson for 4 personal fouls. We'll check the official. They have him for 3, so, or rather, they don't call it on Adams. So. I think Adams will get the first.
Up to 21, so, good job by the Bedford kids withstanding that little run by North.
North got to get more out of their possessions than just chucking it up. That one intended for the cheerleader in the back row. She makes a nice pass to Ricky Oliver on the baseline.
I think Coach Moreno, I won't speak for him, but I think he's probably, doesn't love that turnover, but I think he's probably okay with that turnovers. Good turnovers, bad turnovers. That's turnovers out of trying to run the floor.
Adams finds Robinson. That shot was bothered in and out, anything but down. And there was a good challenge on the perimeter by O'Rourke, and if not for the high arcing shot, probably would have been a leather souffle into the Titan bench. Peters providing all the pestering anyone could ever want. Needs to throw it off a leg or call a timeout. He's going to snap it between the legs. Looks like Coach Lane called a timeout. It'll be a 30-second variety, 55-24. Bedford still well in control of this one. Brad, your thoughts on what the message that Coach Marino is going to give to his team? They withstood that initial attack by North, and moving forward, what's the message?
Yeah, I think they've turned it over 5 times this quarter, Jason. 1 on an offensive foul, but 4 kind of careless turnovers. So I think probably the first thing he's saying is you got to take care of the basketball. Let's get good possessions, not get careless with the basketball. They're up 21, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing is just continue to defend the way we've been defending all game long.
And it's been a Bedford team that from the early second quarter on have just been foot on the gas pedal downhill, playing with their hair on fire. They are up 31 points. 3:46 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be Titans ball. Luke Peters to do the honors. There's a conversation going on here. They'll clean up some water. The first thing that maybe didn't go Bedford's way tonight, someone spilled a water bottle down there.
Yes, we got a final from Nashua, the Bedford North girls game. Bedford 51-23 over North tonight.
51-23. So Nashua, both North teams have played the block shot or pestered there. It's going to stay. But Nashua North girls lost to Pinkerton, losing to Bedford tonight. But an improved North team. It'll be interesting to see that North team later on down the road. Meanwhile, Bedford is Bedford.
Bedford is Bedford. Yeah, Bedford. I think the prohibitive favorite going into the season. Undefeated last year, won the state title. They're second in 4 years. Excuse me. Different team this year for that Bedford girls team. They don't have the big kid in the middle, Lana McCarthy, who's off at Purdue, having a tremendous start to her college career. By the way,
is she doing well? Yeah,
Big Ten freshman of the week a couple weeks ago. Has 3 double-doubles already in her young career, so she's off to a tremendous start and doing New Hampshire proud.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And ball gets knocked out of bounds, and that just, Brad, that speaks to the level of basketball here in the state of New Hampshire. Look, you don't have to leave town. You don't have to go, to a prep school. If you're good enough, they're going to find you. And we know there's a good basketball program here at Bedford. You ran a fantastic program at Girton. We're seeing 2 teams out here tonight. It's not North's game, but this Bedford team always in the mix. As Dak goes up, just and hitting the deck hard there was Lebrecq. And hacked in the act there is number 13, Luke O'Connell. He's going to head to the line for a pair. And that one will go against Braden Lebrecq. That'll be Braden's first.
Luke O'Connell, another freshman for Coach Moreno.
Those O'Connell. The O'Connells are.
He's long and lanky like his cousin.
The left-hand shot knocked down for Luke. He'll get a second.
Jess, I don't know how much you pay attention to the Bedford basketball community in general, but I think this young kid at the foul line is probably the 5th O'Connell that's come through on both the boys and the girls side. In some of my earlier years, their older cousin Courtney was a mainstay for that Bedford basketball team. Tremendous volleyball player. Went to UAlbany and played volleyball there for 4 years.
And some good DNA there. Ball gets skipped around. Adams, a left-hand dribble into the paint, kicked
Great
out.
defense.
They're going to say.
They're just so active defensively, Jason. Active hands, active feet.
Offensive foul. I think they're going to call it on Adams. And if it is on Adams, that's going to be potentially his 4th foul. It is his 4th, but you're right, Brad. It's almost as if any time a North player drives to the hoop, there's 2 Bulldogs there waiting.
Yeah.
And a good help defense by this Bedford team, and certainly putting that Trinity loss behind them as they have come out here with both barrels this evening.
They put on a real show so far.
And a deep team, Brad. They use their bench effectively. They know when to bring in some of those bench guys to bring a spark. Another turnover there. Shakir goes up and in. Peters, and again, good help defense. The trap comes, set up on the base. There's going to be a foul call, but look at the help defense being employed there by Bedford. A little conversation going on the baseline. And it's going to be on Ali Shakir.
You can really tell Coach Moreno. I haven't seen him coach a whole heck of a lot because we used to always play opposite them.
Right.
But you can tell he's very animated on when his team's defending, much more cerebral offensive. You can tell he's a really defensive-minded coach.
Well, in defense, you look at every good team that's been in a state final or even a Final Four. It's Peters rattles the first one home. They hang their hat on the defensive end, and if you play good defense, that's going to set up your offense. And you really have to play that tight defense with no shot clock. You almost have to make things happen defensively here in the state of New Hampshire.
I think that's a great observation. If you're playing in a shot clock state with a 30 or 35 second shot clock, you can just sort of pack it in a little bit. But if you are athletic enough and you can force the issue defensively, it really kind of creates the equivalent of a shot clock, and that you can speed the game up, but you got to speed it up by applying yourself defensively. It's very tough to do it otherwise.
Fired way downtown, knocking down another triple is Luke O'Connell. And he's got 5. Darius Sissay now running the point. Finds Alvarez, left-hand dribble, looking for help. Goes into the land of the Giants. Nice movement without the ball. Sullivan goes up, will get hacked in the act. Try to circus shot. We'll see who that foul goes against. And I believe it's going to be Shakir. That's going to be his 3rd. So both he and Dak with 3 personal fouls. Sullivan knocks down the first. .150 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 out of 2 for the 6'2 sophomore Josh Sullivan. Shakir baseline. He'll reverse direction back to Dak, who's come back in the game. Left-hand dribble marked up by Robinson. Spin move in the lane. He'll hit the deck hard. And I think that one went against Robinson. Nope, they're going to say it. I believe it may have been against number 31, Darius Sissay.
Yeah.
So they put 21 on the board, so maybe it is Alvarez. I don't know.
Robinson's been living dangerously.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Tonight, hasn't he?
By my count, he's fouled out 3 times tonight. But that's why I sit up here.
Fall league game. It's like a fall league game. They're not counting fouls.
2 out of 2 for Dak. Shooter's touch there is one thing we've learned is that my prescription needs to be changed on my glasses. 1:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You are watching the highlight guy, Jason Roby, Brad Craig, Steve Cody, as Robinson drives the lane, hangs up in the air, and knocks it home.
Nice drive.
Robinson Rodriguez with 9 points. Taking their time now. Comes up top. Shakir. He'll reverse, taking their time in the offensive set. Dribble drive. This is Pickett. Another kick out. O'Connell is unconscious.
Another freshman. 2-3, back-to-back threes for him, right?
He has back-to-back threes. Alize Roy Cortez, front iron, no. Rodriguez goes in, gets the rebound, puts it up, and cleans it up. He's got 6 here in the 3rd quarter. 45 seconds and counting. Alize Roy Cortez trying to mark up Elsmore. Elsmore, he's been busy all day. Sissay now looking for help. Ooh. Sullivan may have gotten away with one there. Alize Roy Cortez, a little contact. Roy Cortez will head into the basket, throws it high off the glass. Can't get it to go. And Roy Cortez slow getting up off the floor.
One down hard. Looks like he might have rolled his ankle a bit.
Possession will stay with the Titans as check on him. Adamze will check in for Robinson. He'll head to the bench. Roy Cortez walking it off, and he is a little limpy out there, Brad. He's kind of nursing it. Sissay gets it back up to Sullivan on the jump stop. Left-hand dribble, now crossover, elbow extended. Roy Cortez finds Alvarez, now Sissay. Sissay is checked defensively, goes behind the back, baseline. Adamze, the runner, and comes up short on that one. We will head to the 4th quarter. Your score, Bedford up 67-32. Hey, are you looking to play sports in college? If the answer is yes, then let the highlight guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events, and we live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the highlight guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. And please stay up to date with all the Highlight Guy's upcoming live streams. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to YouTube, search for the Highlight Guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance.
So,
yeah, go ahead, Brad. I was just going to say.
Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
No, Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you are looking to get guidance in the process for Going to college for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, or volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized uh, 67-36, a 31-point advantage for this Bulldogs team, and they'll settle in to the half court. Brad, we got a pick a MVP for this game, an outstanding player for this game. Our first winner was the Bishop Burton. Matty Long is knocking down yet another triple is Jack Gibson. We'll have to count the triples here for our post team. As we were saying, Matty Long, the first outstanding player award in our CCA Bishop Burton game last week. Who do you like in this one?
Well, I probably started Logan Costa. He's been great so far. He's hit some threes. Ellsmore's hit some threes. Tough to choose, but I'd say based on what we're talking about, 14? Yeah. He's been steady as well, and there's another. There he goes again. I think that's a three by O'Connor right there again. You know, he'd be my choice.
Let's talk about the 3-point barrage of this Bedford team.
How many do they have? 14 doesn't anyway.
I got 11. I got 11 3-pointers.
Feels like 15.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And, the difference is between we talked about that Pinkerton game with Nashua North. Pinkerton missed a boatload of threes early going to that one. They stuck to it. This Bedford team, when they shoot it goes in.
Yeah, they're a very good shooting team, and it looks like they've got 3 or 4 kids that can all stroke it as well. Spread the floor out. They're very tough to guard a team like that.
7. This one all but over 80-39. You mentioned it, Brad. You know, this Bedford team was on pace in the early going of the first quarter. They had 19 points. And they were well on their way with a 28-point second quarter. They're at 80 now. Downtown, the outside barrage continues. Kulikowski comes away with the rebound. It'll be Laureano bringing the ball up right to left. Titans will move to 0-2. They will host Dover on Thursday at 6:30. Meanwhile, this Bedford team will play a boys and girls doubleheader against Bishop Girton on Friday. Games set to begin at 6:30 and 8 o'clock here at Bedford. We'll have all the action for you on the highlight guide. Nice move, spin move in the paint. Ryan O'Rourke. Nice finish at the cup. 2 minutes to go in this one. Zay Mansari got the ball up top. Louis Mazzarol, and that one will stay in possession of the Titans. Nashua South after.
Good question. I'm not sure they play tonight.
It might be. I think you're right. It
Yeah.
might be a Tuesday. You might be right there. Adams say left hand three-pointer. No. Battle under the board that's going to stay with the Bulldogs. Parker Boschman at good position on the underneath the basket. On his box out. 82-39. Bedford going to move to 1-1 on the season. Titans will look for their first win against Dover later this week. Nice move to the cup, up and in, and a good push and good unselfish basketball. Parker Boschman again.
Take it back, actually. Coach Mazzarol's South team, big win tonight at Pinkerton on the road.
There you go. What was that score?
81-75.
Wow, 81-75. Real defensive effort. And I'll tell you what, you like points, boy. You're going to watch that South team. They're fun to watch. And we know what Pinkerton can do.
Yeah, Josh Caruso, right? Big time scorer.
Big time. Adams misses that three-pointer, so Bedford will come the other way. South will move to 2-0 on the season.
Yep, South 2-0. Merrimack over Timberlane tonight, 66-44. Comfortable win there. Good Denton, right?
I believe that is the case.
Back down in our neck of the woods, down in Nashua. Portsmouth visits Bishop Burton tomorrow night. Should be a good game.
Big win for the Cardinals. We covered that one against Concord Christian Academy. I'm sure we'll be hearing from those two teams as the season progresses. We get 5 seconds left in this one, all but final. Your score going to be 84-39, and it's been all Bedford as they go wire to wire in this one. Brad, your thoughts on this Bedford team and just what we saw tonight?
Deep, athletic, defend well, and they run really, really well. So, look, they're going to have nights where they're going to score great like they did tonight. They'll probably have some nights where they can't put it in the ocean, but if they defend like they did tonight, they're going to win a lot of games this year.
We have gone final 84-39. Jason Roby, Brad Craik, and Steve Cody will be right back with a post-game interview after we pay a couple of bills here. We'll try to get head coach Frank Marino and our player of the game, we think, is Logan O'Connell. We'll be right back in just a minute for that interview.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools.
By a couple going looking to rebuilding year. This is a team that really these guys are getting their first shot at the cup here, and but it didn't look like that today. It looked like this is a team that's been playing well together. Talk to us a little bit about the off season and these guys playing with one another all throughout the off season and how they've gelled here nearly going to this side together as well too now. I'm joined here by head coach Frank Marino and a couple of Bedford Bulldogs. They did great work out there on the floor tonight. Joined here by number 3, Logan O'Connell, number 22, the big man Connor O'Rourke, and number 2, Landon Elsmore. These 3 guys, they were all over the floor. We're going to start with our player of the game tonight, with Logan. Logan, talk to us a little bit about defense. You know, you put 80-some-odd points up on the board, but a lot of that starts at the defensive end, doesn't it? That's good stuff. And let's bring it over here to Landon Elsmore. Landon he brought the ball up. You played fantastic defense. Talk to us a little bit about the help defense. A lot of times this North team pretty quick trying to go back door, and you guys a bunch of times. You had great help defense. Talk about that in your preparation for facing this North team. And you sure did. You did a great job tonight. We'll end with the big man tonight. The man that does all the dirty work on the boards. I'll come over to you, Connor. Connor O'Rourke, and a guy that really was cleaning up the glass and really the rim protector of this team. There were no easy looks for this North team. I think Robinson Rodriguez in the first game had 27 points against Pinkerton. Tonight, you kind of shut him down, and you really controlled things underneath at the rim. Talk to us a little bit about that in terms of your defensive prowess here tonight.
Yeah, you know, got to keep the hands up. Get pretty good bounce up early. Keep the hands up. Trying to get blocks and boxing out Robinson. Great player. And guys, clean up the glass. All that's ready for us.
Fellas, we got a quick turnaround. We're going to be back here on the Highlight Guy Friday night for the doubleheader, girls and boys against Bishop Girton. This place should be rocking. Tell the people at home what they can expect on Friday night from that boys and girls doubleheader.
Great games.
Great games. There it is. The Bedford Bulldogs move to 1-1 on the season. We'll see them here on Friday night as they take on Bishop Girton in what should be an outstanding matchup between 2 very good teams. Thanks for joining us, fellas. Congratulations. We'll be right back. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be back in just a minute to wrap things up here on the Highlight Guy.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.